What is Yamaha up to? That's what motorcycling enthusiasts have been thinking for the last couple of years, as Yamaha's focus seemed to have shifted away from performance bikes to scooters, commuters. Yes, we also had the FZ version 2.0, but the thing that everybody's been waiting for is the successor to the original sport bike for the masses, the R15. And now we have it. This is the all-new YZF-R3. This is solid proof that true blue Yamaha DNA is alive and kicking in India, which means the R3 looks suitably racy. There's an air intake between the split headlamps and a pilot lamp on top. The layered fairing looks aerodynamic and handsome. Like on the FZ, there's a muscular design for the dummy tank. The instrument cluster is light and modern with the analog and digital unit. The tail section looks pointy, but it isn't as high as on the R15. At 780mm, the rider's seat is low enough for shorter riders and is generously padded. So the R3 is a well-balanced design that looks sporty and is usable. Now the R3 is the step above, a rung above the R15. But when you look at some features, things seem a bit strange. For instance, the R15 has a twin beam delta box frame, but the R3 here has a tubular perimeter frame. Yamaha say it was important to use this frame because it helped them lower the costs. That aside, check out the swing arm. The R15 has a cast alloy swing arm. This is a pressed steel unit. Forks, you're expected upside down forks on this motorcycle, but you still have regular telescopic forks, although far beefier. You have bigger disc brakes, yes, but still no ABS. Now the tires, on the R15 at the rear, you have a radial. This is a regular cross-ply tire. But these tires, thankfully not IRCs, these are MRFs. And when you compare it to the Ninja 300, the R3 does not have a slipper clutch. But all of this is just specs. Let's see what the motorcycle feels like when you hit the track. We just got a few laps with it, so this is just our first quick impression. On the track, the R3's 321cc parallel twin-cylinder, liquid-cooled and fuel-injected engine was thoroughly enjoyable. With 41.4 bhp of power on tap, the R3 pulled confidently to over 11,500 rpm. But what impressed us the most was the overall usability of the engine. And that just was so apparent as soon as we got onto the R3. It really has a lot of low and mid-range torque. I know that's not something that you're looking for when you're out on a track, but it is particularly handy. For instance, exiting the last corner of the track, coming onto the main straight, you could carry third, you're lower down in the rev range, but when you wind the gas on, it gives you great tractability out of the corner and lets you power out cleanly. That aside, the engine has enough performance even on top to make it exciting and fun. In terms of smoothness, yes, a parallel twin, we know it'll always be smooth, always be refined. On the whole, really a fun engine, a very usable engine. I'm pretty certain even on the public roads, this is going to be a great motorcycle to ride. Yes, making a versatile motorcycle was very important to Yamaha right from the design stage. But at the same time, the R3 is properly sporty as well. Now, as you can see, the seating position is fairly sporty. I mean, look at the foot peg position. It's pulled back and you do lean on to the clip-on handlebars. But on the whole, this feels very usable. You won't find it too aggressive. Like the R15, your wrist will start to ache after some time. I don't think that will be the case on this. You'll be able to do many more kilometers more comfortably. Now when it comes to the chassis and suspension, the R3 felt a fair bit of fun out on the BIC. We just had a few laps, so I can't really talk in depth, but it was impressive. It felt light at corner entry, which is something we always like on sports bike, but at the same time, it was very smooth, which is a big plus always. That aside, you felt the composure in faster corners. The only thing that let it down a little bit was the tires. You know, when you're exiting out of corners, when you're leaned over, you felt the rear wheel chatter. The grip from these MRFs, especially at the rear, felt a bit lacking. I'm sure if you had a stickier front as well, you'd have more composure, more confidence as well. The other side to it is, of course, that the R3 is also meant to be a versatile everyday street bike. So the suspension setup is on the softer side. The front brake, really sharp bite, takes some getting used to, but once you do, you really like it. Of course, for the street, and I think for most of us, ABS is a lifesaver and we want it, and hopefully Yamaha get it real soon. Now Yamaha may have taken their time to bring the R3 to the Indian market, but now that it's here, I think it deserves a very warm welcome
because this is a motorcycle that's versatile. It's not just a focused sports bike. You can use it every day. It's got the torque, it's got the drivability, it's got the comfort levels as well. Yes, but it is a sporty motorcycle, so those of you wanting to ride hard, I think you're going to find it enjoyable as well. A couple of things do hold it back in terms of tires need more grip, and definitely ABS. In terms of pricing, it undercuts the Ninja 300, which is great considering this seems at first glance to be a stronger package, considering the comfort and of course the rideability seems to be a little bit stronger. So yes, the R3 is cheaper than the Ninja 300, which makes it attractive from the get-go, but we can't ignore the fact that it is still a lot of money. But if you can spend that money, I think the first impressions suggest that the R3 is definitely worth taking a closer look.